You're about to receive it all, not because you asked, but because you answered the call. If this message found you, I'm manifesting that it found you at the right time, because justice, you've been waiting, you've been so patient, and if this energy resonates with you, then this is a message about the breakthroughs, the gifts, the manifestations, the joy that is coming your way. Now, some of you may be like, oh no, but I did ask for things. I did ask for, yeah. But it's not coming to you because you asked. It's coming to you because you have finally decided to step into the version of you. Oh my gosh, there's a dragonfly. Yes, the things that are coming also, I must add, are better than you can imagine. 44 on the timer. You might be seeing a lot of 444s. You might be a Cancer. Happy Cancer season if you're watching this in real time. But honestly, the message that was on my heart and that spirit has dropped in my mind is how you have answered the call. There was a call. There was a dream, a vision that was bestowed onto you that you ignored for some time. That fear steered you away, that you continued to delay, but it got to a point, and I'm going to say within the past 6 months, okay, in the past year, 6 to 12 months, you decided, in fact, no, Spirit's saying even more specific than that. So if you're watching this in real time, October, November, December, January, March, April, May, June, July, the last 9 to 10 months, okay, so almost a year, just under a year, you have decided, no, I am not going to let the fear hold me back. I am not going to, it's like you knew this was your dream, you knew this is what you wanted, but you, instead of allowing yourself to board the plane, you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't have what it takes, I don't have the documentation, and a butterfly just flew by. Like, I feel like you stayed in your chrysalis, and then you would just endless death and rebirth. And yes, as much as that was preparation, as much as you were going through this transformation in order for you to align and step into this version of you that is ready to receive, there was a part of you that even at times where you were ready, you didn't believe. Okay, you were getting the signs, you were getting the messages, but you didn't think that the things that you were seeing up here could be more than just a dream. But you, despite not being able to see the receipts, you said, you know what, no, this is for me. You answered the call, you've been making steps, you've been putting in them documents, you've been posting that content, you've been writing, you've been doing at least one thing a day to show your heart that you are ready for the life that it has claimed, that it came to experience. And that's why you're getting it all. And spring is spring. Okay, so a lot of you, some of you might be spring babies, but a lot of this did start in spring. It's like you were planting foundations in spring, I'm hearing. Like the seeds, you were setting the tone. Okay, so March, this spring solstice, this spring really set the tone for what it is that you are wanting and desiring for the rest of your life. Okay. So, no, I'm really hearing though that it is for the rest of your life. You're reborn is what I'm hearing. 3, 2, 1. You've come back to source. You've come back home to who you are. You're no longer attached to old identities and ways of thinking. You have come back to your I am. 333 on the timer. You know your destiny. You're ready to walk it. And I'm hearing, so for an example, some of you painters, artists, the things that you were asking for, you are no longer seeing it as something that you have to become deserving of or worthy of. Hopefully you can hear me over the trees, but you are an artist. You need a residency. You need the materials, you need a studio, because that is part of the lifestyle. That is part of the call. Okay? That vision, that dream that you were feeling drawn to, it was calling you. It was you that they wanted to fill the boots. All you had to do is pick up and take the steps that were in front of you. There were so many times where, because you couldn't see what was around the bend, you didn't even allow yourself to do. You didn't allow yourself to do. Instead, you were pretending that, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. And I say pretend because deep down there was a part of you that knew. So when you saw the tarot readings, you would, oop, oop, oop. Now I'm feeling to get a quick message. Because honestly, I'm channeling, look at that, the Empress. And yes, seeds, 444, 1111 may be significant. But these are some wishes and some dreams come true that are about to be bestowed onto you. Not because you closed and ended a cycle. You've completed a cycle. Okay? You've completed a cycle. Spirit, what is this about? Strength. Okay? Gone to the depth. I'm hearing dark night of the soul. You really had to, I'm hearing you had to recollect. I'm hearing Pokemon, gotta catch them all. But you had to recollect all the parts of you that were hidden, that were separated, that were fragmented, so that you could become whole, so that you could have union within, so that it didn't feel like a sin to go after this path. A lot of you felt a lot of guilt and shame for going after the things that were calling your name, and they were calling your name because the dream was yours. Okay? Oh, that's the thing. Even in the midst of the disbelief, you continue to sow seeds. You continue to walk diligently. And the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Some of you guys are like, when will we get there? You were like, when are we there yet? I don't know. Some of you guys might be from the 2000s or those 2000 comedies with the red font. Yeah, that's coming up to mind, like Daddy Daycare and stuff. But yeah, a lot of you, it was really just giving, when are we going to get there? When are we going to get there? But you didn't realize that you not externalizing. Yeah, not externalizing the dream, not separating yourself from where it is that you were trying to be. You were not trying to reach a destination as finality, but you're recognizing that this is an experience that you came to receive because of who you are. And because you know that that is who you are, you're ready to go as far as it takes, because you know that the destination isn't a set place, that there's going to be so many different milestones. And that this is Virgo energy. It's your daily habits and routines that add the building blocks for what it is that you want to see. And you've been building so diligently that now, that's the thing, you feel like you're still at level 1, but you don't know how far you've come or how much you have done. And that is why you're going to, I'm hearing in the next 24 to 48 hours, you're going to start to see and recognize, and hopefully this message activates a shift in your mentality so you can see all the wishes that have come true. I just saw a dandelion. I'm literally sat by a river. It's so cute. But all the wishes, the things that you've been hoping for, praying for, there's part of you that is actually living in those. And yes, there may be still things that you're waiting to grow, whether that be your bank account, whether that be your social media following, maybe that be the trust you have in the people around you. But these, if you allow yourself to detach from the sentences and the stories that used to be on loop in your mind, you will see that that past is already behind you. That past is already behind you. Yeah, the lack is behind you. You recognize that you are the key and you answered the call to go after your dreams. Now, what is your dream? I don't know. You're going to have to tell me. But judgment, this is something, oh my goodness. I want you guys to see the dragonflies. Hold on. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see them? I don't know if you can see them. Dragonflies. Paid actors. Anyway. You're either going to see them or you're not. But judgment. Okay, I'm picking up Sagittarius and 4 of Wands, 11 11s. Okay, cool. Let me be calm. Let me be chill. You have a soul calling. You have a destiny that is within you. That whenever you close your eyes, that dream is calling you. I did a message on my other channel. That dream won't leave you alone because it's calling you home. Now, I didn't even say this at the beginning, but if you're watching this and this message is resonating so far, it's because you did this without guidance. You know, for the past, I think 1.5 years, I've been getting a message to do answer the call. I never made that message. But I'm feeling you, not to say that you needed the guidance, you needed a reading from me to answer the call, but that's the point. You're a trailblazer. You did this without anyone telling you what to do. You did this without anyone showing you what to do, because it came from within you. It came from within you. You were ignoring it for so long. Owls may be significant. Yeah, there was an inner wisdom that was kind of like trying to see, are you receptive? Are you ready? Are you ready to receive? And in order to be ready to receive, you had to grieve. You had to release old pains. You had to let go of old stories and also energy that you had claimed but didn't belong to you. 1001. Okay, temperance and death. Yeah, a lot of major arcana, because you've been bringing your life into balance so that you can create an environment for your dreams to exist. Creating an environment for your, because when your mind isn't at peace and when you don't feel free, you can't receive, because there's a lot of doubt and anxiety and questioning. Oh my gosh, there's a rat swimming in the water. But that's it, we're in nature and it is so free. Okay, I don't even know the significance of that, but some of you, I don't know, I'm seeing Fruits Basket in my mind, the anime. Okay, but anyway, like I was saying, you're about to receive it all because you answered the call. Okay, before the call was coming to you, there were fulfilling offers, relationships, connections, ways that your heart could have received, but you were not able to because you were still focusing on past things, 1111, or you were looking at your future hopes like they were impossible. Okay, you were carrying too much, whether that be memories. And I'm hearing there were a lot of tower moments. There was a lot of foundations or versions of self or partnerships, connections, or even visions for what your life was going to look like that you had to let collapse in order to make room for what it is you truly wanted to do. Sorry, my allergies. And you've made that room, you've closed out the cycles, and now you're getting it all. Okay? You didn't have to become worthy of it. You didn't have to become deserving. You were inherent. But yes, you had lessons that you had to learn along the way. You had to learn devotion. I'm hearing sacred play, learning how to get comfortable, Taurus energy, learning how to prioritize your needs and your body and not put yourself in jeopardy, all in the sake of 1212. Karmic connections. You've learned now how to receive because you know your value and you put it out there knowing that it's going to come back to me. You might be seeing a lot of 2s, life path 2. But Spirit, okay, I'm not even getting any messages on what it is you're about to receive, because that's it, you're getting it all. Not because you answered the call, but because, see, I even said it wrong. I'm just so excited. But not because you answered the call, but because it's yours. Because it's yours, you knew it was yours, you just didn't know how you were going to get there. Okay, I feel like I'm repeating it a lot because it seems like some of you guys are questioning the good things that are happening and coming towards you. Like I'm seeing someone trying to look back over their journals, trying to see what manifestation technique. It is all in your subconscious beliefs. You have changed your subconscious self-concept to align with the version of you that is the builder, the visionary. Okay, you have surrendered the path. You have surrendered knowing every single step and detail and the how, but you decided that all we have is now. So you are going to receive that timeline now. Yes, there may be gaps in what that looks like in your head versus real life, but you know that every time you take a step, you're going towards it. That the steps that you take towards it are all part of the journey. Okay? I know a tree, when you think of a tree, you think of it in its full bloom, but that seed is still the tree. That seed whilst it's rooting. I'm also saying, I said sea. Yes, rivers, streams, they're all part of the sea, but they're different modalities, okay? You're allowing yourself to be multifaceted. You're allowing yourself to be. You're allowing yourself to believe. Again, like I said, after all that space was cleared, okay, all those things that were steering you away from what it is you truly desired, the worst has transpired, but you are still holding on to hope. You still know what it is that you came for. You still know what it is that you desire. And by holding on to that timeline, think of this like a timeline. Oh, you see that? Think of this like a timeline. There's so many timelines. There's so many stars out there. But which one, bless you, which one was connected to you? Which one were you guided to? And keeping your eye and your focus on that dream has allowed you to receive, has allowed you to fix your mentality as I am the person that is living this now. And if you're living it now, that means, okay, you've been making choices that say, does this align? If no, bye-bye. If yes, if it nurtures me, if it nurtures where I'm going, then I'm going to continue to allow myself to receive. And that's what you've been doing. That's what you've been doing, and you need to congratulate yourself, because before you had the vision, but you were a bit stubborn. You were a bit stubborn. You didn't know how you were going to get there. You didn't want to ask for help. You didn't want to have, you had also had a very fixed vision. You weren't allowing things to be flexible. Okay, you might be a fixed sign: Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius. Yeah, I think I said them all. But look at this, the Hanged Man. Yeah, there were things that you were holding on to, that you were saying, you were stubbornly saying it had to be my way or the highway. You knew that you wanted these things to come in, but you had a set way that it had to come in. And Spirit was saying, look, we want to give it to you, but in order for you to have it, you must see things differently. You must open up your heart, not do everything logically. Because your logic might have told you this is the wrong way, this can't work for you, you need to wait 5 years, But Spirit was saying, no, all you need to do is break the foundation of, oh, I can't be happy, or oh, I have to dim my light. No, you had to see the things that were upside down so that you could align, so that you could surrender and release and move forward into peace and serenity. We get 2 more cards. I feel like this is just a confirmation that you are on the right track. And just a little message to pat you on the back. Like, I think you need to, I don't think you recognize yourself enough. I don't think you celebrate yourself enough. Yeah, you've had to become, I heard, a tyrant, an ice queen, in order to focus on that vision. Focusing on that vision wasn't easy. Okay, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini as well. Oh, butterfly. So pretty. But you did have to become that Libra. You had to be the ruler, the judge. I'm hearing someone saying, karma isn't coming. Yeah, maybe you thought people were getting away with how they acted and treated you, but also you began to learn how boundaries work, where it's not, oh my gosh. So let's say you're in a toilet and you're using the toilet. It's not up to the person to know, oh, the door is closed, there's no one in there. You need to lock it from the inside. You need to lock it from the inside. That is when you set the boundary, because if not, someone opens the door and it opens. I'ma leave my door open. I'ma leave. Sorry, that song just came in. But yeah, you've learned how to recognize what it is good for your mind. And now Spirit is saying, okay, you need to be able to trust yourself and also open, that's what that message about sacred play, open room for play. Let your heart receive, let your heart believe. Let your heart believe. Okay, the community, the love, the wish fulfillment that you've been desiring, you're about to receive. You're about to receive. It's about to, see how it's just sparkling. And this is all stemming from the self-love that you have poured in you being devoted to you, in you allowing yourself to say, I'm answering the call. This is for me. Because that's the thing, opportunities can come, but unless you claim it, unless you say that this is the one, this is what I've asked for, it's just going to pass you by. But when you say this is mine, and you stand in that, rooted, you feel it, you act upon it, you love it, and you express it, you let the energy rise through, and you already know what's coming to you. All of it. And that's the thing. We've been so resilient. Okay, you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, but you are no longer chasing and striving. You are aligning. You are aligning. Okay? Okay, keep your eyes set on the vision. Keep your boundaries strong. But stay open. Let yourself be soft. Let your heart be free. Let your heart receive and play, okay? Sagittarius energy. This is a time to let change, again, judgment. You are returning and coming back to your soul truth. You are coming back to your natural expression. No one can hold you. No one can hold you. It's all in me. Like, it's so funny because when I was listening, Answer the Call, you know that Leon Thomas song, answer your phone. Your dreams were calling you for so long. I gotta talk to you. You were ignoring your higher self. You were ignoring your intuition. Even some of you were ignoring your actual dreams from your ancestors and guides. Okay, you were pushing your dreams to the side, but you've done that no longer. And I need you to celebrate yourself because you've become stronger in mind, stronger in heart, stronger in body, stronger in soul. Holistically, all over, you've become. And that's why now you have what it takes to make it, not by pushing. That's why you need to allow yourself to rest, to play in between. You need to give your heart and your mind space to catch up and to see your new reality. Okay, dragonflies are a symbol and a sign that things are going to be better than you imagined. You were underground before. Okay, you were underground in your egg, dreaming of what life would be like when you expand, dreaming of what life would be like when you get your wings. And your wings came, and you're above the water now, and you're glistening. The dragonfly started flying. You're glistening, you're iridescent. You're glowing. People are probably telling you you're radiant. You probably feel more radiant. 2112. Yes, a chapter has ended. And now it's time to dwell and bask in the serenity and the joy of the world that has reflected. And the world that has reflected around you is a reflection of you, your inner world, your inner state, your frequency. Is somebody gonna match my freak? The universe is like, I'm gonna match your freak. I'm going to match your frequency because it's coming from your heart. It's coming authentically. And that's why you need to not be surprised when all your dreams, your manifestations start to align. And when they come even better than you dreamed. Okay, Pookie? Okay. Collaborations, new contracts. Don't be anxious. This is the truth. And you know because it's coming from within you. You answered the call. You know what's for you. You know what that resonance feels like. So when you're getting that pitter-patter of, oh my gosh, it's happening, I need you to take a deep breath, hand on the heart, hand on the womb or the belly, the sacral. Put your feet in some grass. Okay? Spend time to ask your higher self, your angels, your guides for advice. Ask them to come into your life. Ask them to continue to bless the work of your hands. Ay, ay, ay. And remember, yeah, Queen of Swords. Some of y'all are really strict. Y'all strict around here. And because you're strict, that is why it's coming in. You ain't gonna have to be strict forever, but we know that the unhealed version of Libra is being a bit of a people pleaser. I'm a Libra rising, so I know it. I know that story all too well. But when you no longer people please and you allow yourself to put yourself on the scale, when you allow yourself to focus on what it is that you need, you begin to transform. And your judgment calls are not just good for you, but they're good for all. Okay? How can you be creating peace, the peacemaker, if the only peace is outside? What about you? If everyone's at peace but your head is manic, is that really peace? No. Retreat. Never underestimate the healing power of a quiet moment. Listen, you can energetically feel how much is coming towards you, and your body and your mind might be rejecting that at this time. Okay, so hopefully this message has brought you some peace. And also maybe your mind might have given you some daydreams and visions of what could be aligning for you. But give yourself time to retreat. Give yourself time to journal, to release, to cry, to have a look at the dragonflies, to be by nature, okay? To come also inside, listen to what your inner voice has to say. Because that judgment call, it ain't going away. And because you're answering, this is now a path where you need to continue to do that. You need to not stop. You need to continue to not decipher. Okay, so maybe some of you guys are getting messages and signs, but continue to receive. Continue to be an open channel to receive the next step. Okay, receive the next step. Surrender to the last hour when the light barely touches the flowers. Okay, some of you might be night owls. Light that candle. Make sure you're doing your meditations. I'm seeing people by the moon. Okay, I'm also seeing present. No, listen, Spirit is saying, look, Good things are coming towards you. They don't want you to now, because you've had this message or because you feel it coming, be on the lookout. When? Stay where you are now. Be where you are now. Journey into the garden to escape the two eternities, the past and the future. The past and the future is a never-ending stretch. All you have is now. Okay? Whilst you are waiting for certain things, whilst you're waiting for the contract, whilst you're waiting for the love confession, whilst you're waiting for the marriage, whilst you're waiting for the baby, whilst you're waiting for the new job, what is that feeling that you are going to be receiving? Like even like a holiday. I want to be by the ocean, but I'm not by the ocean right now. I have like planned. Can you give me money to buy a ticket? So focused in, but I'm not there now. But I'm by a stream, I'm by water, and it's still giving me that feeling of serenity. How can you invite the feeling of your manifestation? I've got the parakeets. I'm in Rio right now. It may not look like it, but I am. Okay, the future, there's endless possibilities, and it goes on and on and on. The past is already done, but because it's in our mind, we can continue to rewind. All you have is now. What do you want to feel now? It's all coming to you, so how can you tap into that now? The more you do that, the more you open up space, and the more you start to see what it is your subconscious mind has begun to create. So let yourself retreat, let yourself imagine and play. I'm gonna pick one more. Oh, okay. Joy. Make time for the little things today. And strength. Don't let weeds and thistles cultivate in your garden. So yeah, a lot to do with continue to maintain the subconscious mind frame. Continue to maintain the work that you've already done. And continue even in the midst, as you've been, when you take an action, like when you plant a seed, you leave it and go on to do something else. Go on to another part of your garden. Go on to another part of you and receive it. Okay, let your joy flow through. Stumbling over my words, but in the present, there is so much waiting for you, and in the future, that is created from your present moments. That's the key. Okay, the future that you are aligning with is based on what you allow yourself to receive now, the actions and choices you make now. And I'm telling you, you've answered the call already. If you win the lottery, you're not going to get that money the next day. Okay, so you've answered the call. You know what you've asked for is on its way. So all you need to do is walk the path. All you need to say is, I am. This is my destiny. Okay? I really hope this message resonated, and surprises. Yeah, there's so many surprises. There's so much that's coming through. I'm going to leave it here because I could continue to channel, but it's not even like I have much to say. It's like, it's just such a peaceful energy. Like I could genuinely just bask in this energy for ages. Like your energy is so sweet. Like I'm going to spend some time looking at the dragonflies, and I hope you receive this. If you like a personal read, the only way to book with me is in the link in my bio. If you're in London, check out in the description box for events. We will be doing readings and open mics and poetry and all sorts of amazing things. But my name is Destiny. I am your oracle. I hope you received the message that you needed. I love you lots, and I'll see you in my next reading or video.